to the show, welcome back, and today I'm following on the theme of Seiko Kinetic Watches, okay? In my previous video I reviewed a Seiko Kinetic Watch, which I felt, in my opinion, is a very versatile bang per buck watch that really ticks off every segment, so you can wear it formally or informally, okay? And following, look, what this channel is all about is listening to what people want to hear reviews about, or, just see what the watch looks like and stuff like that, and what you can buy with a reasonable budget, okay? Now, don't get me wrong, guys, I own quite a few luxury high-end pieces. I think I own about 4 high-end luxury watches, okay? And what I tend to do is, out of the 4, there's always one model that I may consider selling to generate some revenue to go and buy another high-end luxury piece, okay? Maybe there's always a piece that you're always going to be lusting about, something that you really want to wear, and when you get it, you buy it. After a few months, the novelty wears off. So what I'm doing at the moment, I'm saving up some money. I'm saving up, £2,000, £3,000, £4,000 to go and buy a watch that I really lust about. And the last watch that I bought that I was lusting about was the Cartier Santos 100. I just thought it was a great watch, sexy watch. And now I'm thinking about getting a Cartier, I think it's a Cartier Roadster. Yeah, I just come across it and I thought, this watch looks so nice. It's sexy, it's very refined. Cartier watches, in my opinion, are really refined watches, great quality timepieces, okay? But in the meantime, I love buying, affordable timepieces. And, although I've only got probably about, 4 high-end luxury pieces, the rest of my watch collection are reasonable, price watches, affordable watches, you could say. But all of them have got something special about them, a bit of horology. I love Seiko watches because they produce a lot of iconic watches. I'm even getting into Citizen watches, Bulova, great brands to look at. Even if you want to go Swiss and you want an affordable timepiece that isn't going to break the bank, go and buy yourself a Tissot watch. If you're looking at automatic watches, for example, you can get yourself an automatic watch, an Swiss ETA automatic watch, for around about the £400 mark. So you're getting in a different sort of category. But what Seiko produce at the moment are great quality timepieces, guys. So you can see that I own a Seiko XKX 007, the 007 that I like to call it. I absolutely love that watch. I've got another Seiko Sports Chronograph, the S&D watch with the blue dial. It's a beautiful watch, quality timepiece. And most recently, let's do a wrist check. I bought this Citizen Eco Drive World Time with the internal rotating bezel. Absolutely love this watch, guys. It's getting a lot of wrist time now. I really rotate my beta watches over the weekend, so I'm wearing my high-end luxury pieces, okay, during the week. But some of these Seiko watches that I've bought, I think could actually replace some wrist time on my Rolex Datejust, because I think they are very respectable and you can pull off every segment, okay, from going to a client meeting to just general going to work. I think it would just complement my suit as well. They're quite informal and formal wear. They tick off every box. But let's talk about the watch today, the watch in hand that I'm going to be reviewing, guys. It's another long model number, and they seem to be getting bigger and bigger, guys. They don't like to complicate things, the Japanese, do they? But look, they make so many different models. I guess the model numbers are just going to get bigger and bigger. So the Seiko watch that we're going to review today is the Seiko SKNP SMY119P2 Seiko Men's Gents Day date display on a leather strap kinetic watch, okay? Great watch. It's a little bit different than the last Seiko I reviewed in the fact that it's got a slightly larger case size. It probably comes across more of a sports watch, but it's got a sense of vintage, retro type design to it that I really like. Is it going to be a keeper? I don't know, guys. It really depends on how much wrist time it gets. When you buy a new watch, you absolutely love it. You're in love with it for a little while until the novelty wears off. You know, I may even add a few NATO straps. I'm really getting into my NATO straps, guys. I've bought all the equipment, I'm changing straps, I'm in sort of practice mode, I'm getting there. So I will be doing some videos on how the watch looked previously and how the watch looks now, and see what kind of look I can get out of these watches. But look, let's go into the nice in-depth review. Hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You know, like I said, I am shopping for more reasonably priced watches, because what I've noticed from my subscribers, they prefer they feel more at ease in terms of buying, you know, reasonably priced watches from anything from 200 to 500 pounds, okay? And I probably feel more at ease as well. You know, I don't want to be spending thousands of pounds reviewing watches because I'll run out of money. So when I do review a higher luxury piece, it's a watch that I've really been lusting, and I've saved up the money to buy the watch. But in the meantime, I can keep myself happy with these kind of watches that don't break the bank, but give you just as much as enjoyment as well, and could last you a lifetime. Okay, guys, let's go into the review. I hope you enjoy. Right then, guys, let's start the in-depth review of the Seiko SKNP SMY119P2 Seiko Men's Gents Day Date display on a leather strap kinetic watch. Retail price £300, give and take. Now, following my last review on the last Seiko Kinetic Watch, I'm going to be showing you both watches today, guys, so you can see, you know, which one which watch you would prefer as such. But let's get it out of the box to see what you get with it. You get a 2 years warranty with this watch. The instruction manual, if you got here, you've got this warranty card, which is absolutely great. The norm with Seiko watches. Let's put that to the side, and let's unveil the watch for you guys today. Look at that, guys. Very nice indeed, I have to say. Like I said, you know, a little bit different to the last Seiko watch that I reviewed, but it's got the day date. It's a black dial. You know, the Kinetic watches, they all work the same, okay? But for those of you that didn't watch the last video, the way this Seiko Kinetic watch works is that if you listen to this, don't know if you can hear it, that's the internal rotor of the watch, just like you get on an automatic watch. But this watch charges the cell, so the more movement you have, the more charge you have, okay, on the watch, okay? Now, this watch has got a really nice feature on the watch that if you press the top button there, oops, I just put it on, sorry. That will tell you how much it's been charged, okay? So this watch hasn't been charged that much, okay? But once it's fully charged, you won't need to do anything with it for, you know, a couple of months, okay? So that's absolutely great. So, you know, these watches are absolutely great. They really are hassle-free. So you've got reserve power for a couple of months there, okay? So let's have a little closer look at the watch, okay? So you can see the case. It's a high-end polish finish, a brushed steel finish throughout the case, and it's consistent, guys. Typical, very good build quality from Seiko, okay? It's a lovely black dial. The only thing I would say about this watch that I've noticed, there isn't much lume at all. I can't seem to see any lume on the watch. So if you get it in the dark, you're not going to be able to see anything, to be honest with you. That's the only downside of this watch. But case size, you're looking at, I would say around about 43 to 44 millimeter, and from lug to lug, you're looking at, I would say, around about 46 to 48 millimeters, okay? Case thickness, it looks like it's not that thick at all, to be honest with you. You're looking around about, I would say, 12 millimeters, okay? Which is absolutely fine. Yeah, it's just a beautifully constructed watch. It feels like a quality timepiece. And for the money, you know, bang per buck, you know, £300 for this kind of watch is great value. If you want to, you know, if you're looking to upgrade from your standard Quartz watch, these are a great alternative to the automatic watches. You know, if you own loads of watches and, you know, they may only get one, you know, day wrist time, and you're not somebody that wants to, you know, manually wind there or change the date on an automatic watch, kinetic watches are probably the answer for you, okay? If you're someone who wants to change and rotate your watches all the time and cannot be bothered to basically, you know, manual wind those automatic watches. But, you know, they work very similarly to the automatic watches with that rotor that gives charge the capacitor, the cell, or even you could call it a battery. So it works like a Quartz watch, but it's self-charging basically. So the way it differs from some of these, you know, citizen watches that use the eco drive, they charge themselves by light, you know, by natural and unnatural light. This is great technology from Seiko, okay? They were the first to invent this type of technology in terms of those watches. So there's a little bit of horology, you know, with this Seiko watch, these kinetic watches. Now, great affordable watches, guys, with build quality, a watch that you can be proud of, okay? So let me leave that there for you guys. Let's have a look at the last watch that I reviewed so you can see the difference. Now, I think both watches can be worn, you know, as a, you know, formal or informal wear, okay? Very similar in size, okay? Slightly different design, but I really like this one. It's slightly more with the blue dial, you know, that sunburst blue dial. Very nice. It's a lot lighter in real life, guys, because the lighting's not great in this studio. But, you know, I think that they're both aesthetically very good looking watches, guys, and you couldn't go wrong with either, to be fair. This one has got the day date on there, which is a very nice feature. This one has only got the date, but you know, they're both very good looking watches, guys, and you can't go wrong. You know, for the money, they both cost around about the £300 mark. Some of these go up to £350, but on average they go for £300. This one, on average, I've seen them for £300, but there are a few sellers that are selling them for about £250. You know, there are other kinetic watches as well, but I think these two watches here tick off all the boxes in terms of they are very versatile pieces, guys. And if you want a watch that you can wear for on every occasion, I think these two watches here tick off every box. A little bit like my Rolex Datejust in terms of I called it the most luxury versatile piece on the marketplace. These two Seiko watches pretty much do the job at pretty much 70% less of the price, okay? So I hope you enjoyed today's review, guys. I'm going to leave you with a tour of this watch here, and yeah, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I've got a few more, you know, watches coming through, and I'll be doing my EDC as well. So take care, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hey guys, just before I give you a nice tour of the watch, I did forget to mention that the actual crystal glass is like a Hardex crystal glass, which I've been told is not as scratch proof as sapphire glass, but it's a lot more shatterproof, okay? So it is a little bit more prone to scratches, but it's a lot more shatterproof. So if you hit it really hard, it's not going to crack and break, okay? Which is absolutely great. And I'll leave you just with another look closer view of both watches so you can see which watch you prefer. Great quality timepieces. The only downside on this particular model is that there doesn't seem to be any lume on this model. On this one, there is some lume on the hands, okay, which is absolutely great. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. I'm going to leave you with a nice tour of the watch, okay?